From the Carlton Center on the ABAC campus, this is Stallion TV.
Welcome to Stallion TV from Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College. I'm Ashton Lovett.
And I'm Tanner Anderson. Carter Woodson, the founder of Black History Month, said, "The mere imparting of information is not education. That is one reason why staff and faculty at ABAC try to do much more, and because this is Black History Month, the college is honoring those who work long and hard to strengthen our diversity." Stallion TV's Elizabeth Horn reports.
ABAC students, faculty, and guests gathered February 9th to celebrate those who are dedicated far beyond their job requirements.
To show faculty members that don't think they're doing much, and then for students to either pick them or think they should be awarded to say, hey, this teacher or this faculty member have given us a chance to be more motivated, help us financially, even spiritually.
Akila Howard was Mistress of Ceremony for the African American History Celebration program. She explained that those awarded are the trailblazers for ABAC students.
I see a student, I'm always, again, trying to share some information with them that will either educate them, inspire them, or just make them smile. Because sometimes you never know what's going on in a student's life. Having been a student before, I kind of know that sometimes we need to hear some encouraging words.
Mr. Andrell Durden was one of the award recipients as well as the keynote speaker for the program.
He wasn't an angry thug, he wasn't a victim. He was his own superhero, his own man. So just like I tell my students, anytime you have the opportunity to speak, just make sure that there's something that's worthy that's coming out. And you have the platform when given the opportunity to educate people.
I just really appreciate Mr. Durden, Mr. Folsom, and Ms. Wilson because they do have an impact on a lot of students' lives on campus, and they don't even know that. They think they're just giving a good smile and just walking away. I feel like that smile that they just gave a student or anybody just brightened their day because they might have a upside down one.
To end the program, Jonisha West led the audience in the Negro National Anthem. Out of the gloomy past, still let me stand at last, where in the wild gleam of our bright stars guide. Like these lines from the anthem, those honored tonight are these stars helping lead students to successful futures. This is Elizabeth Horn reporting for Stallion TV.
Black History Month at ABAC will also feature a fashion and talent show on February 19th.
The fabulous Equinox Orchestra will perform at an Evening for ABAC on March 4th. An Evening for ABAC is an event held by ABAC Foundation to raise money for scholarships. Stallion TV's Rashawn Miller reports.
On
March 4th, in the UGA Conference Center, we will be joined by the fabulous Equinox Orchestra. This is Wayne Jones, Director of Evening with ABAC.
Entertainment for the night is a very, very special group. And it's called the Fabulous Equinox Orchestra. And that particular group, it comes from Savannah. It is more than a jazz band. They do music from a number of different eras, really dynamic performers.
For the first time, we'll be having a silent and live auction as part of the event. We'll be having a donation appeal. In years past,
our goal is to raise as much money as we possibly can for student scholarships.
As you can see, the Equinox Orchestra is going to be a fabulous time. This is Rashawn Miller reporting for Stallion TV.
Look, be a lady.
Tickets are $125 or $225 for a couple.
Study abroad is attracting more interest at ABAC this year. Professor Aaron Campbell is planning an exciting trip to England. Stallion TV's Ashton Lovett has more.
college is known as the best 4 years of our lives. Some people even look back on their years and wish they could do it all over again. ABAC has one more opportunity to make our years that much memorable. Study Abroad is back for students to sign up and travel the world while taking their college courses. Professors banded together to tell students how to register for upcoming trips around the world. Dr. Erin Campbell is taking students to England this summer, and she is more than excited for this trip. She spoke at the Study Abroad Forum held at the Carlson Library and definitely got students excited for this opportunity.
Well, I would just love to see the world from sort of a different perspective. I mean, I've never really been outside of the U.S., so I believe that would just be a great opportunity to see, like, everything I've ever known just be a whole different world, a whole different perspective.
You know, just have a new perspective on the world. I mean, that would be awesome.
After talking with Dr. Campbell about the trip to England, we understood why she wants to get as many students to travel abroad as possible.
Okay, well, we are going to London. We leave on June 25th. We'll be there until July 30th. So we've got about 5 weeks in London. So most students will take up to 6 hours. They can take core classes as well as upper division classes. And they will study actually in the classroom 2 days a week. 2 other days a week, they will be taking field trips that are completely related to the class, and then 3-day weekends for them to explore other parts of England, the British countryside, or other parts of Europe. So. I'm teaching a Brit Lit 1 course, so they'll be, we'll read Beowulf and Canterbury Tales and Shakespeare and Sir Gawain and the Green Knight and those kinds of wonderful things. And then my upper division course is a Shakespeare survey. Yes, right now 55 students are registered. We can take up to 70. So 15 more slots are available, but March 9th is the absolute deadline for the application and the deposit to make sure that they get a slot. Oh, gracious. It's life-changing. It is so worth it. There is no monetary value that you can put on foreign travel and foreign study.
Students are encouraged to step out of their comfort zone and travel abroad this summer. There's a few spots left for the trip to England, so don't wait till the last minute to get in on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Reporting for Stallion TV, this is Ashton Lovett.
For more information on study abroad in England, contact Dr. Erin Campbell. Information about the trip is posted around campus and on ABAC's webpage.
The Pegasus, ABAC's literary magazine, is looking for more student submissions. They're looking for poetry, short stories, and photos. Stallion TV's Ginger Orton has the details.
In a cramped room underneath the library, a group of ABAC students worked tirelessly to give local artists a medium to publish their work. With the deadline for submissions quickly approaching, I chatted with Remington Miller on the Pegasus, ABAC's literary magazine.
I am the managing editor. This will be the end of my 3rd year doing this. We want submissions in the forms of prose, which are nonfiction, fiction, poetry, photography, and art. But you can send in essays as long as they're not the one you wrote for class 5 minutes beforehand. Before the neighbor waiver, we only took submissions from ABAC faculty, staff, and alumni and Georgia college and high school students. But now we also take Florida, Alabama, and South Carolina college and high school students. Well, we distribute here at ABAC, and we keep copies in the office for whomever wants to get a copy. We hand them out in the community sometimes, and then we send contributors a copy. Then when we go to our conference in Fairhope, Alabama, we take a box out there. There's no set list ever. Every year it's always new people. So, but the age range and the people range will be anything and everything. Yeah, the whole staff goes, but it's also, we have people from all over the country coming. It's just a conference that we attend. Pegasus is just, it's a home. And we're all like a big family in there, and I enjoy Wednesdays when we go to meetings.
We ran into Dr. Newberry, the Pegasus advisor, who had a few words to share.
Care for us? It would be great if we had like a lot of ABAC submissions. I mean, because part of the reason that we traditionally have taken submissions from all over the state is that we don't get a lot of submissions from ABAC students.
Right.
So it'll be great, you know, if we get them. I mean, the magazine is, you know, it's an honor recruiting too.
Right.
And so, but at the same time, I really believe there are a lot of good writers and artists on campus, and so let's
Agreed.
showcase that talent.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The newest edition debuts at the end of April, so if you're an aspiring artist, submit your work to the Pegasus website, found on the ABAC homepage, and you may see your work here come April. This is Ginger Orton with Stallion TV.
Submissions for the Pegasus are due by February 26.
Coming up, a look at your chance to dine on some of the most unusual foods served at ABAC.
We'll be right back with more Stallion TV.
Established in 1908 and located on over 400 acres of the South Georgia countryside, Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College offers high-quality programs that are both industry-led and student-focused. The roots of agriculture run deep at ABAC. Professors with industry experience engage students in small class settings and on our working farm, where hands-on learning prepares them for successful careers. ABAC is the destination for tomorrow's ag leaders.
Your chance to dine on nature's bounty is coming up very soon. Stallion TV's Taylor Bowden reports on preparations for ABAC's Beast Feast.
Beasts of all shapes and sizes are in the South Georgia woods. ABAC's Wildlife Society takes the ones that students have killed and feeds them to nearly 200 people in a fundraising event.
Well, my name's Jason Scott. I'm an assistant professor here at ABAC in the wildlife program. Yeah. The Beast Feast is a fundraising event for our wildlife students. We have a wildlife club, the student chapter of the Wildlife Society. It's a professional chapter. And then the Beast Feast, which is coming up on it's coming up on February 27th of this month, and it's a big fundraiser for us also, where we invite or sell tickets for up to almost 200 people to be able to attend, and the club organizes everything. They do it all. They are the wait staff carrying food around. They went out and organized all the prizes that are available, and they do all the cooking. They secure all the meat for the Beast Feast legally. It's all wild game, wild secured meat, and it's prepared extremely well. The students work very hard to do that. We've got several recipes that we use. It's a mix of venison and feral hog, as well as waterfowl. Sometimes we even get fish at the wild game feed, and doves, quail, a lot of the fur bearers like squirrel, bobcat sometimes even. Well, the Beast Feast, we're selling tickets for it. It is February 27th, and it starts at 6 o'clock. And food would be available around 6:30 to 6:45.
You can get your tickets early by going to any of the wildlife professors in the Yale building on campus. Reporting for Stallion TV, I'm Taylor Bowden.
Children aged 10 and under get in on the Beast Feast for free. You can buy tickets from any member of the Wildlife Society.
As we move on to the calendar of events, on Tuesday, February 26th, from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m., the Sweetie Pie Baking Contest will take place in the Ag Science Building in the foyer. Students will prepare baked good items to be sampled by judges. On Wednesday, February 17th, Snakes in the Stack will be held with Miss Vanessa Lane in the Baldwin Library at 1 o'clock p.m. On Friday, February 19th, ABAC counselors will be hosting a resume workshop to help ABAC students prepare for life after ABAC. This workshop will be held in Nursing Room 237 at 2 o'clock p.m. And finally, on Saturday, February 27th at 6 o'clock, the Beast Feast presented by the Wildlife Society will be held at the Georgia Ag Museum Conference Room. If you'd like to come, pre-order a ticket for $10 or buy a ticket at the door for $13.
Students who needed a gift for Valentine's Day and were strapped for cash could find just what they wanted at CAV's Bear to Build event. It was free to students and featured a wide variety of animals to build. Stallion TV's Jason Brown reports.
On the afternoon of February 11th, the Campus Activities Board, otherwise known as CAV, hosted a Bear to Build. where students from across campus came to build a stuffed animal for their Valentine.
Her name is Marie, like off Aristocats, because she's all white.
So why a cat?
I just love cats.
Yes, his name is Charlie. Charlie the Moose. My husband is stationed in Alaska. He's in Army, and I'm going to spend the whole summer with him. And mooses are expensive in Alaska, so I got a free moose.
Baby E. I just made it up because I couldn't think of nothing else, but I feel like it's a good old name for baby elephant. I made the elephant because I feel like it's the most precious thing. It's just cute. I don't know, it's just fluffy.
I might call it Happy.
Happy?
Happy.
It's a happy Pete.
Yeah, it's my favorite movie.
Why a penguin?
Because I like penguins.
Why?
It's my favorite animal. They're so cute.
For those students unfamiliar with CAB, President Akila Howard gave us a brief description of the club and its purpose.
CAB, I would think, is to motivate students to come out and make sure they interact with each other and just know like there are activities and events that goes on campus that's free that we do provide, and like we just try to encourage students. Like college life is not just all about sitting in your dorm room, it's about coming out and making things or climbing rock walls or just getting active on campus.
Bear to Build was a success, surprising CAB members and forcing them to start almost 30 minutes early just to appease the crowds.
I did. It was a great bonding experience with my friends because we were sitting in class, almost time to get our bear, almost time to go get bear, almost time to go get bear. Then we all ran and sprinted. It's fun. It gets people involved in campus. I don't even live on campus, but this makes me feel more a part of campus.
It was Coach Kramer's idea at Valdosta State. This is one of their biggest campus activity board events, so he wanted to try it here, which it went really well, so next year it should be even bigger.
After building lions and tigers and bears and penguins, students were given the opportunity to sign a birth certificate for said animal. With the Stallion, I'm Jason Brown.
Bear to Build was one of the many free events sponsored by CAB during the year.
Coming up, guess who is celebrating their birthday?
We'll be right back with more Stallion TV.
Established in 1908 and located on over 400 acres of the South Georgia countryside, Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College offers students a high-quality, personal college experience in a safe, caring environment. A true destination college with small class sizes, dedicated faculty, and an innovative approach to learning, ABAC delivers programs that are both industry-led and student-focused. Learn more today about Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College. College done right.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
When it comes to good artistry and good comics, a lot of things come along with it. Stallion TV's Jaquarius Walton had the chance to interview Stallion TV's Alex Geiger.
And they say art is known as an imitation of life. Cartoonist and Stallion TV's very own Alex Geiger has his own outlook of art and its impact of his life. Rather than just using a paintbrush, he uses opportunities thrown his way.
How old were you when you first started?
Ooh, I started drawing well before I was out of diapers. Literally, I was like, about around the same time I got into video games. I was very young, and at the time, you know, they were just scribbles. But then, as I slowly go on, that's when I became aware that I was actually creating something, and I was just admiring at the same time I was admiring cartoons like Looney Tunes and the Hanna-Barbera cartoons, all those, and I wanted to try to mimic them. So I kept drawing, you know, having some little fun, and that, I guess those were my first few little footsteps. It was kind of cool, but what really attracted me to starting off with comics and build my way up to animation, and then even go into these other styles from like like the Western styles, which for a fun fact, anime was inspired by Disney. He went over there and he taught them, you know, the basics, and then they, you know, if you check out some of the older animes, you can hardly tell the difference between Disney's and theirs. So that's like creations I have. They, you know, in their own sense, are living, are alive. Look at me and be like, oh, you're so great, I can't do this. You can do it. You have it in you. If you have something to say, if you have something to tell, if you got characters deep inside you that just want to spill out and share the world their story.
Well, there you have it, folks. Alex uses each day as his opportunity to create new art and chase his dreams. Reporting for the Stallion, I'm Jaquarius Walton.
Alex has done a lot of work with the comics and has a lot of work to show people. If you'd like to see them, check out the Stallion newspaper's comic section.
ABAC will soon celebrate its 108th birthday. Stallion TV's Drayton Holmes reports on how the college is still growing and changing.
Now, directly behind me is Tift Hall, which is more of a museum than a set of offices in a building. With the ABAC's 108th birthday coming up, it's important that we come here to know our history so we can have a feature.
It was on February 20th, 1908, when 27 students walked up the steps of Tift Hall and changed the landscape of Tifton, Georgia forever.
Tift Hall is filled with ABAC's past. Memorabilia, photographs, and awards dating to the early 1900s show a successful and productive history. ABAC has produced alumni that have gone on to do great things.
ABAC has had many influential alumni through the years. George Busby came here in the mid-1940s. He was a former governor of the great state of Georgia. Of course, George T. Smith, one of the most celebrated alumni of ABAC. Class of 1940 right here at this college. He's the only man in the history of Georgia to be elected to all three branches of state government. He was lieutenant governor, he was Speaker of the House, and he was also a Georgia Supreme Court justice. Kathy Cox, in more recent years, class of 1978, she is the first female Secretary of State in the great state of Georgia.
Destination ABAC is a new strategic plan that has been formed by the school to ensure that students will come out and alumni will continue to participate in the college's experience.
But a part of Destination ABAC is making ABAC that destination for some of those alumni and supporters' dollars so that we can enable the students of the future to continue that great tradition that we call Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College.
With ABAC producing prominent alumni such as Kathy Cox or George T. Smith, it's truly evident that we must know our past in order for ABAC to become the destination. I'm Drayton Holmes with the Stallion.
ABAC now has more than 40% of its students enrolled in four-year programs.
Now let's meet another ABAC alum, Chris Kinsey. Kinsey attended ABAC as a non-traditional student, and today he works directly with ABAC students in housing and development. Kinsey has been a student, he works with students now, and he enjoys the student experience.
Can you tell me your name, please?
Chris Kinsey.
And what's your title? What do you do?
I'm Director of Residence Life.
Okay, and you work here in ABAC?
Yes. Okay. I wanted to get the student experience, sit in the classroom, get back engaged in the classroom. I had worked at two other institutions, but I'd really wanted to. I'd been here at ABAC, I think I was here about 5 years when I decided, after working here, I wanted to come back and earn my degree from ABAC, and so I went and earned a degree in economics and really enjoyed the classroom, enjoyed the professors. All the students said the professors were good. Wanted to get that experience myself, and I really did enjoy that.
So it sounds like you came back as a non-traditional student.
I did. I was a non-traditional student at ABAC, definitely. Got out of high school, went straight into college, earned a degree in history, and went on and I've earned a couple other degrees, and have been working in housing and residence life my entire career.
Do you see, is there a connection between your degrees and the work you do now?
There are. I have a degree in business, and there's a lot to do with business. I also have a degree in administration, social administration, and there's a lot. I do a lot with that. One of the things I really wanted to do, I wanted to assist students and help students
and I found that working at ABAC, working in the college environment and housing and residence life, I've had that opportunity. We work with the students where they live, and you help them with a lot of different areas, be it the college functions, admissions, financial aid, tutoring, or some of the life skills that they have. This is a soft, working in residence life, it gives them an opportunity to have that soft landing place when they sometimes jump out of the nest. I think my age as a non-traditional student, I was prepared to study. I had the study skills that I observed a lot of the students, traditional age students, didn't quite have. I think being a non-traditional student did. I appreciated what ABAC had to offer. So I think that shaped my experience at ABAC. I don't know so much my cultural identity as much as my non-traditional status. Yeah. I attended ABAC for 2 years. I've worked at ABAC now for 10. So, but I attended earned a 2-year degree from ABAC.
So you got a 2-year business degree?
Yeah, it was in economics through the School of Business. So really engaging, helped. I believe in being a lifelong learner, and I think ABAC, getting back into the classroom and getting back here, really helped me engage as a lifelong learner and helped develop my critical thinking skills. I do enjoy the classroom. I think students, many times they take for granted that experience that they had, and ABAC has a very good classroom experience. Speaking from, I've attended in about 5 different institutions, so ABAC is definitely a very good classroom experience. It's each institution is unique, but ABAC has a good experience. It is probably the, no, I won't say probably, it is definitely the only institution with state in the name that is actually a state college, state university. It's the only, all the state colleges, universities I've attended, it's the only one that's really state. And you really do meet people from all over, so you get a diverse background. And sitting in a classroom with students and interacting with them on campus.
Kinsey's advice to current students: strive for continuous improvement.
The Super Bowl has passed, but we still have all the funny commercials to look back on. Stallion TV's Darren Chafin asked a few students what commercial they thought were best.
The Super Bowl, the most watched and costly event when it comes to commercials. But what is so great about these commercials that has ABAC students excited?
My favorite commercial was the Jeep commercial, which was the one that said, their tagline was, "We don't make Jeep, you do." Which is kind of funny, right? I mean, that was their, I mean, that's not fun. The line isn't funny. It's funny in light of the news that Jeep is having to recall 1 million Jeeps. Because
30-second spot being $5 million and this year's Super Bowl being the second most watched, ABAC sure loved this year's game.
My second favorite commercial, if I had to choose, probably the Heinz commercial with the wiener dogs and all of the different kinds of ketchup. Well, I thought Carolina was going to win, but I spent 7 years in Colorado. I'm a Denver fan, so I was happy with the result. I was kind of surprised.
With the 50th Super Bowl come and gone, this has been one of the most costliest Super Bowls ever put on, as well as being the second most watched. Along with that, it is also Peyton Manning's last game with the Broncos. This is Darren Chafin signing off for Stallion TV.
This year's Super Bowl averaged a 49 in the Nielsen ratings. A 30-second commercial cost $5 million, the most ever.
What was your favorite commercial?
I would say probably the Doritos commercial. That cracked me up every single time.
I like the Puppy Monkey Baby. Thanks for joining us at Stallion TV from Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College.
We'll be back in 2 weeks.